Welcome to the Arrington Gavin Show. Real talk, big opinions, and fearless conversations. From the front lines of politics to the latest in pop culture. From breaking sports headlines to the stories that move the world. Nothing's off limits, and nobody's holding back. Arrington Gavin is here to break it down, build it up, and keep it all the way real. So turn it up, lean in, and let's get into it. This is the Arrington Gavin Show.
Hey, what's happening, ladies and gents? Welcome to another great episode of the Arrington Gavin Show, your go-to spot for sharp insights, bold opinions, and unfiltered takes on the biggest stories of the day. Whether it's politics, sports, pop culture, or the latest buzz, we're diving deep, keeping it real. So do me a favor, kick back, stay informed, and get ready to join the conversation. On today's conversation, y'all, it's going to be a hard one. A sad story. A sad incident happened in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where a 37-year-old woman was gunned down by an ICE agent, shot and killed in point-blank range, shot 3 times, is bringing a lot of debate, mainly amongst the right and left, because the right says that the lady was using her vehicle as a weapon to run over an ICE agent, and that's why the ICE agent had pulled fire to her, again, gunning her down 3 times, killing her on sight. The left is saying if you look at the angles, there was absolutely no proof, even in the video footage, there was no sign of her attempting to run over the ICE agent. She was simply trying to run around, and in order to stop her from trying to escape from them, she was gunned down, and she was unarmed, by the way. So we're going to talk about it here on the Arrington Gavin Show. In addition to that, we're going to discuss some more news in some more sad news. PBS is officially shutting down after 58 years. We're going to talk about it. The Corporation of Public Broadcasting is shutting down after a struggle to stay open after not receiving any government funding from this administration. What else do we have on the let's see, longtime football coach John Harbough fired from the Baltimore Ravens after serving 18 seasons as head football coach. And what else? We have a massive huge lawsuit happening at a hospital located in Chesapeake, Virginia, my home city. We're going to talk about that if we have some time, and so much more here on the program. As always, my friends, thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy schedule to chime into yet another great conversation. As always, be sure to subscribe, like this video. I truly appreciate it. Give us a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. And as I mentioned, share with a friend, share with family. We want to continue to grow our subscribers and listenerships and the whole 9 yards. We want to keep growing, and hopefully we can continue to build a platform of just great conversations with amazing guests. In addition to that, so YouTube, you can check us out on our YouTube channel, The Arrington Gavin Show. Our goal is to make it to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can do me a favor, spread the word. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We can't do it without you, the listeners, the viewers out there. We drop new episodes Monday through Fridays, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can also listen to us on the go. We're available wherever you get your podcasts, whether that's Apple, iHeart, Spotify. Those are your 3 prominent platforms. You can also tune into the TuneIn radio app as well, and then you can also watch us on Goatverse TV. That's right, Goatverse TV. You can check out past episodes of the show on there. You can download the Goatverse TV app. It's free. It's available on the App Store, Google Play Store, Roku, as well as Amazon Fire TV. And and also on the radio airwave. Shout out to our fam out in the New Orleans area, WBOK 1230 a.m. What New Orleans is talking about. You can tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknights at 7 p.m. Central Time. Again, that's only on WBOK 1230 a.m. what New Orleans is talking about. Then we're going to head over to the metro Atlanta area to WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk, where you can chime into the conversation weeknights at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, that's only on WDJY 99.1 FM Straight Talk. All right, my friends. Well, let's get it going with the conversation here, because so much to discuss. Before we well, no, I want to kind of just get going with our stories, because we have so many to discuss. As you all know, ICE has been, I'm not going to say invading. Well, yeah, you can say invading what they call sanctuary, sanction cities. Okay. Um, Let me kind of give you a little brief on this. Let's see. Give me 1 second. So, ICE agents has been in swarms going to what they call sanction cities. Okay. And for those who are probably wondering, okay, Arrington, what do you mean? What sanction? What do you mean by sanctioned city? So, okay, a city or jurisdiction with policies that limit local law enforcement's cooperation with federal immigration authorities. Okay, so that's what they consider sanctioned cities. Now, one thing that at least the public has caught on is that a lot of most of the time when you see ICE agents invading cities, they're invading blue cities: Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis. Um, I feel like I'm blanking on some other city, but mostly blue cities, and they're seeing it obviously come from orders from Washington, who is blaming the left for everything. Everything is the left. This, left that, left that. When a any kind of disaster issue happens, they're blaming the left. So, uh, so recently, ICE agents were sent to Minneapolis around, like, I think 2,000. It was about 2,000 federal agents deployed. Stated their goals were to target alleged immigration violations and fraud, and execute immigration enforcement actions under federal law. Now, one thing about ICE agents is ICE agents are covered, like they're masked. Most of them are masked, some are not, but most of them are masked. Why? Because you have a lot of folks that are almost like, I don't want to say volunteering. Some of them are getting paid, but there's folks that are either volunteering. There's not, I would say, qualified officers that are part of the ICE agents. So they might do some form of a training, maybe not. I really don't know. I mean, last time I checked, Dean Cain, the guy that played Superman on TV, was an ICE agent. God help us all. Okay, what experience does he have, right, in law enforcement? But he was applying himself. He was gonna sign up to be an ICE agent. So you don't know who's behind those masks, right? Folks were frustrated because of the way they were snatching folks off the streets. It's pretty intimidating. It's pretty scary. Okay, and there have been clips of violently, manhandling individuals, females, males, you name it, people of all ages. It's been pretty sad to see, especially for those that might not be American citizens, but that have been there for so many years paying American tax dollars, right? I've said it clear as day. There needs to be a form of, like, or a system that can just gradually get them suited to citizenship, right? It doesn't always have to be you manhandle them like they're criminals, like they're legit criminals, okay? Like they're murderers or drug dealers. No, no. And some of them that they have taken were American citizens. Okay? So it's been a whole cluster, okay, going on. And the deployment fits into a larger pattern of increased immigration enforcement actions across many of the U.S. cities under the current federal administration now, which has prioritized aggressive deportation and enforcement activity. Now, Minneapolis and other major cities have seen heightened federal presence and operations beyond routine immigrations. What we're going to be discussing, y'all, is a sad story that occurred, and I'm speaking this in real time. By the time you are listening to this program, more stuff could be coming out to light. But in real time, an unarmed female was gunned down by an ICE agent, shot 3 times, killed, point blank range. Is bringing the debate back and forth, saying, okay, who was in the wrong in this one? Was the ICE agent or was the lady? We're going to talk about it here on the show. Before we head to a commercial break, I would like to acknowledge an individual who made history in New York. Give me 1 second as I pull up her name. And for those watching, I'll also pull up a image of this accomplished sister here. Give me 1 second as I pull it up for you all. Here we go. Her name is Jackie Salvatore. She was recently sworn in as the first Black woman sheriff in the state's history, in New York state history. A lifelong Columbia County resident and a 28-year veteran of the New York State Police, she aims to boost crime prevention officers. Let me reframe it. She aims to boost crime prevention officers' readiness and address the opioid crisis while promoting fairness and justice. Salvatore called her win humbling and steps into the new role as a symbol of diversity and community service. We congratulate you, Sheriff Salvatore, being again the first Black woman sheriff in New York state history. We congratulate her on that accomplishment. All right, my friends, look, we're going to take a quick commercial break. You're listening to the Arrington Gavin Show. Do not go anywhere and don't change that dial.
Every man has a story to tell. Your ambitions, your achievements, your legacy. Your suit should reflect that story, crafted precisely, designed for impact, and tailored exclusively for you. We work with only the finest fabrics, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends from world-renowned mills in Italy, the UK, and India. These fabrics are the foundation of custom suits that exude elegance and stand the test of time. But a suit isn't just about fabric, it's about fit, and it's about confidence, and it all starts with you. When you work with me, you'll receive a personalized consultation, whether in person or over Zoom. Together, we'll explore your vision and discuss your needs. And we're going to bring your ideas to life. My journey as a designer includes apprenticing under New York-based designer Clavon Leonard, showcasing collections at New York Fashion Week, Algeria Fashion Week, and the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. That experience is what we bring to every suit we create, from weddings to corporate events and everything in between. We specialize in crafting one-of-a-kind suits for life's most significant moments. Dapper Luke has been recognized as one of Baltimore's best menswear in 2023, and I was honored to be one of the 10 designers selected for the prestigious Baltimore Met Gala. With over 900 satisfied clients, we proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore, bringing world-class designs to these incredible communities. We don't just make suits, we craft confidence. Your suit will fit your body, your style, and it will tell your story. Book your free online personal consultation today. Visit www.dapperluke.com.
Jazera Learning Institute, LLC, is a hybrid learning center that strives to educate adults and children in all fields. During the day, we offer programs that are focused on developing students from pre-K to 12th grade, which includes tutoring, homeschool co-op, an after-school program, SAT, ACT prep, and many more engaging academic programs. Our adult education programs include workforce trainings, GED prep, life coaching, various seminars, and many more. Our vision is to train and educate in a positive way that will lead to a positive change in the world, one person at a time. For more information, visit us online at JazarenLearningInstitute.com or call us at 757-208-7407.
Become a man of distinction with Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Order our scented beard oils and beard balms to help you maintain and grow the perfect beard. Order today. Try our men's care products like the full body exfoliating cleansing bars, body wash, smooth stash, and more. Log on to our website or download our app to place your orders. Rugged Evolution Beard Care. We're your luxury but affordable men's care line. And remember,
rugged is the new smooth.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the show. Sorry to kind of start the show off on a sad one, but this is probably the most talked story going across the news and just really across this nation. The clip that I'm about to share with you is quite graphic, so I apologize. It is the clip that a witness had took, which there's many that you can see on just social media, but there are different angles and different clips of showing this incident. So again, I want to apologize and just warn you on the clip that you see is very, very, very graphic. So hold tight as I share this with you all. So again, clip was very graphic, guys. I'm not gonna put that on too much. There's other videos I want to share. So that check. Can y'all hear me now? Okay, sorry about that. Had my mic had went mute. That was the sound. For those who were watching, saw the video, but that was the sound of a witness seeing what she saw, and that was ICE agents viciously gunned down. It was one individual, one officer, shot 3 times, shot a unarmed female 3 times while she was in her car. Now, that's what what folks are saying. One side saying, okay, she was the guilty one. Another side is saying he was the guilty one. So let me, before I give my take, let me also share what the mayor of Minneapolis had shared. Mayor Jacob Fry. Let me go ahead and see if I can pull up this soundbite for you all. Give me 1 second as I pull that up. All right, so here you have Jacob Fry, the mayor of Minneapolis, responding after the incident that just happened in his city. Here's what he had to say.
I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis. We do not want you here. Your stated reason for being in this city is to create some kind of safety, and you are doing exactly the opposite. People are being hurt. Families are being ripped apart. Long-term Minneapolis residents that have contributed so greatly to our city, to our culture, to our economy are being terrorized, and now somebody is dead. That's on you. And it's also on you to leave. It's on you to make sure that further damage, further loss of life and injury is not done. And I have a message for ICE.
So that was the mayor, Jacob Fry. Here's what the governor of Minnesota, Governor Tim Walz, former VP candidate, vice presidential candidate, Tim Walz, this is what he had to say in response to what had happened in his state.
Minnesotans, I say this: I feel your anger. I'm angry. They want a show. We can't give it to them. We cannot. If you protest and express your First Amendment rights, please do so peacefully, as you always do. We can't give them what they want. The hearts and minds of the people in this state are on our side. To Americans, I ask you this: please stand with Minneapolis. To Minnesotans, know that our administration is going to stop at nothing to seek accountability and justice. The State Bureau of Criminal Apprehension are working on the investigation. There's nothing more important than Minnesotan safety. I've issued a warning order to prepare the Minnesota National Guard. We have soldiers in training and prepared to be deployed if necessary. I remind you, a warning order is a heads up for folks. And these National Guard troops are our National Guard troops. They're teachers in your community. They're business owners. They're construction professionals. They are Minnesotans. Minnesota will not allow our community to be used as a prop in a national political fight. We will not take the bait. We will continue to update you, Minnesota, as we get more information. To Minnesotans, I say this: I feel your anger. I'm angry. They want a show. We can't give it to them. We can.
So that was Governor Tim Walz. So I just gave you two responses. I have some more to share with you. Like, we have a interview of the witness, of a witness, not the witness, but of a witness, someone that witnessed the whole thing happen. Let me give you my take, right? So after seeing this video, and I'll play you guys a video, which it will have no sound, so I'll share for those who are listening, kind of just share the video to you, but for those who are watching, you can see with your own eyes as well as I commentate in the background. What was shown was that this lady, and let me forgive me how I said that. I didn't mean to say it like that, but the victim, her name is Renee. I believe it is Renee Good. Let me pull. Let's see here. Renee Nicole Good. Renee Nicole Good is the victim's name. Let's see, is this? Yes, Renee Good is her name. 37-year-old Renee Good. Now, according to two sources, she was a U.S. citizen. City leaders said she was a legal observer of federal actions in the city and wasn't a target for an ICE-related arrest. Okay, so she was in place and she was not at all the target. Now, in the video that we've all seen is where she was trying to avoid or trying to escape from ICE agents. She was in a vehicle and she was escaping from ICE agents by driving off. Now, the right, and for those who are saying what the ICE agents did was, hey, it was in self-defense. I will personally say it didn't look like self-defense in my opinion. Okay, now, was the young lady wrong to not abide by the ICE agents protocol? Because I look, let's just be honest, and I'm not picking sides here, but I'm just saying, if you're stopped by an officer of any law, if you stop by an officer, stop and comply. The reason why, I could just say, my parents always said, hey, look, if you ever stop by an officer, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, yes, officer, no, officer, hands up, do not do anything to provoke, because provoke can lead to tragedy. Okay. And so at the end of the day, at the end of the day, to try and escape from the officers, I would not have done that. I'm just going to be honest. Now, could she have been scared? Absolutely. We've seen what's happened with the ICE agents, with that, what they have done. So she was absolutely scared, and when people are scared, what do? They run. So I understand that capacity. Now, going to the officer, the question is, was the officer in fear for his life? First and foremost, there's articles saying that she was attempting to run over the officer. I say hell to the no. Absolutely not. She was not trying to run. In what I saw, it didn't like she was trying to run anyone over. She was trying to avoid and run from them in her car, trying to almost turn around so she won't hit the officer. She was trying to swerve around. The tires are turned. They were right turning to like say, okay, boom, I'm blocked here. I see the officer here. Let me try and leave. That's what she was doing. They're saying the officer was in the hospital from his injuries from the car running him. Officer was still standing last time I checked. He was walking. Okay. He didn't collapse. He didn't like he was here for his life. So that being said, should he have shot the unarmed individual 3 times? Did it look like he was fearing for his life? Again, I'm not an officer, so I can't. You have to think, but so quickly in situations like that. But if the goal was trying to stop this individual, hold on, real quick, my reference. Sorry about that. I had to get my dog out of the out of the office. Should the officer have chose to gun the victim down? Because at the end of the day, was the goal to stop them from escaping? Because if so, and they're that close, what was stopping him from shooting the tires? That close of the vehicle. He was on the car. He could have easily shot the tires in the position he was standing in, or he could have just backed away from the vehicle to avoid getting hit. But again, the man wasn't hit. He was at the corner of the vehicle, and there's a video, and I'll show it to you all shortly. There was a video of 3 different angles where you can see where the officer was. No signs of her trying to run him over. There was no signs at all. Also, the next question is to say, if she wasn't related to an ICE arrest, so she was already a non-violent individual. So why even say, okay, we got it? Like, come on now, come on. I can see if they were aware of, like, saying, oh, the person that we're going to be arresting, they're violent, they're armed and dangerous. But this person was not armed, not dangerous, not violent. Let me share with you a clip of a witness that was interviewed by one of the local news, a witness who describes the ICE shooting in Minneapolis. Let me go ahead and share this with you all, and then we'll talk some more about that.
Scared. She wasn't trying to comply. I mean, she was trying to block traffic, and then they got aggressive, and she was scared, and she started to drive off. She was trying to comply with what they said to get out of here, and then they were saying, then they were trying to pull her out of the car, and that's when she got scared and tried to drive away. She got shot, and then immediately her foot went on the gas. She was I think she was already dead, but her foot hit the gas. She drove off maybe 100 feet, and then hit the telephone pole and hit some cars. And then she was just slumped in her vehicle, and they wouldn't let anybody near her. They had their guns out and were saying, "Stay back, stay back, stay back." And we have a neighbor who was he's a physician, and he was yelling, "I'm a physician. Can I please administer CPR? Can I check her vitals? Can I please get through?" And they were like, "No, absolutely." They said, "No, shut up. We don't care. We have our own medics on their way." And then it was like 15 minutes before the EMS truck got here, and the EMS couldn't get their vehicle through. So they arrived on foot. They couldn't get through because of the ICE vehicles, to be clear. So they came through on foot, maybe 5 EMS people, and they checked her out for maybe 5 minutes, and then they carried her body like a fucking sack of potatoes. They didn't even have a stretcher. They carried her out to the corner where they took her away.
Again, that was from a witness, an eyewitness that was there to witness the whole entire thing. Carried her out like a sack of potatoes. A physician was there to offer, "Hey, look, she's unarmed. You got her down. You got her down. Can we try and save a life?" No, that's not necessary. Come on, what is this? What is this? And then, of course, yours truly, your guys' friend out there in Washington serving as our president. This is what he had to say. I'm reading this from his Truth Social. "I have just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis, Minnesota. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator." Okay, so the person in the background was a professional agitator. The woman driving the car was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently, willfully, and viciously ran over the ICE officers. Y'all, if you run over somebody, wouldn't they be on the ground slumped over? This man didn't even get his toe run over. Come on with the over exaggerated Trump. Come on now. Says here, who seems to have shot her in self-defense. Okay, based on the attached clip, it is hard to believe he is alive. Y'all, I will share you a clip where it's 3 different angles. And again, you saw the first one. I'm not going to be repeating the incident that we all see on there. You can see that for your own and have your own opinion on this. The situation is being studied in its entirety, but the reason these incidents are happening is because would you look at here he goes playing the blame game. The radical left is threatening, assaulting, and targeting our law enforcement officers and ICE agents on a daily basis. They are just trying to do the job of making America safe. We need to stand by and protect our law enforcement officers from this radical left movement of violence and hate. Y'all, I am 30 years old. In my lifetime, I've never witnessed any form of violence than what we're witnessing now. Now, these are for my listeners that are older, that are past 30. Like, what moments have y'all seen? And I hate to always play the blame game, but what side has been provoking any form of violence within the area, or what has the cause of it? Once again, we have a president that, instead of trying to bring unity, he continues to divide, pointing fingers. But you can clearly see, and I'm no investigator, I'm no officer, you can clearly see the officer was not run over. The lady in the vehicle, driving the vehicle, was not trying to run over anybody. She was scared and trying to run by driving off. This will continue to be the governor had requested, demands an investigation. Do I think that investigation is happening? That we don't know. We do not know. But he is requesting an investigation. Now, you've heard from one witness. Another witness had told that the whistle sounded to the alert neighbors of ICE presence at about 9:30 a.m. Witnesses say they saw a Honda Pilot blocked by multiple federal agents, and an agent tried to open the driver's door. The motorist then put her vehicle into reverse. Then into drive. Witnesses said that then heard 3 shots fired. The Honda driver another several feet before crashing into another vehicle. Now, the Homeland UHSS Secretary, no, I'm sorry, uh, U.S. Department of Homeland Secretary, Security Secretary, so HSS. Good Lord, I can't get that out. Christy Noem characterized the driver's action as an act of domestic terrorism. Really? Are they stretching this or just me? Because see, what kills me is that you can't. She brings up the word domestic terrorism. Talk about over exaggerating. Tricia McLaughlin, Homeland Security Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, said in the statement, the victim was one of these violent riders who weaponized her vehicle. Oh, yeah, right. Attempting to run over our law enforcement officers in an attempt to kill them, an act of domestic terrorism. However, videos posted to the social media of the deadly encounter corroborate witness accounts. Obviously, you heard what the mayor had said. The mayor had called the narrative what the federal agency has been saying events total BS, and obviously he said, to get the F out. He said that to the ICE agents, get the F out. Now, as an elected official, was that would you have said that? I think saying get the F out and just using the language on that platform can rally up and provoke people to really be angry, very, very angry. And as a leader, you want to be as calm. And yes, you're going to have moments where you're going to snap off. But at the end of the day, you don't want to provoke your citizens to say, okay, this is what we need to do. We need to invoke rage. That being said, I wasn't too pleased with the response of the mayor. Now, the response of the governor said like a true politician. But and not as a politician, but as a leader, the mayor, I wouldn't go that route. Now, can you blame him? No, because look at the political climate now. The political climate where you have elected officials continuing using vigorous language. I mean, Trump uses that kind of language on a daily basis, 24/7, and that's not me saying, "Oh, Aaron, to you being so biased." No, it's the truth. It's the truth. You can pull up clips of Trump using foul language. He does it all the time. He does it all the damn time. His folks on his administration really doesn't, but he does. Okay, you have elected officials that use foul language. So you're acting like the mayor is like the only one. Like, oh my gosh, did he just use that language? Oh my, y'all used to it. Calm down. But at the end of the day, I would not have used that kind of language in a sense like this, especially where tensions are already high. People are frustrated. Minneapolis is a place that is not foreign from protests, right? People have protests in the streets that led to damage. So you can say you had protests and rioters that has occurred in Minneapolis, Minnesota before. Remember the George Floyd. You had those that wanted to protest, and then you had those that wanted to act stupid and vandalize public property. And so public and private property, excuse me. And so using words like that, in my opinion, does not help the situation. Final saying, and I know we've been spending a lot of time on this, but my final take on this is, prayers go out to the young lady who lost her life, because to her, she truly was trying to stand for something. She was protesting, and it was sad because she should not. The way it ended, she should not have lost her life for what she was trying to do. Also, those for what that one officer did should not define ICE agents as a whole. I'm not here defending ICE agents at all. At all. I'm not defending anybody. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, when you do see officers coming that is trying to do their job, right? They are trying to do their job. Now it sucks because, hey, they don't have any superior. They can't make the calls. They're just following orders. When it comes to any form of engagement that you have with an officer, sometimes, how would you react? Would you try to avoid, fight, provoke? I mean, what do you do? I say this. Comply. Whatever orders they tell you to do so. And then, like the words of there's a scene in Friday where Pop said, "Hey, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day." Like, just you have to just be careful in this day and age. It's truly sad, and it's a tragic. And again, very sad for the young lady's family. She leaves behind a child, y'all, because she lost her husband, or I don't know if it was if they were still married, or if it was the father of her child is deceased. Now she's deceased. Now this young child has no parents, y'all. A tragic, and the mayor of Minneapolis and the governor of Minnesota deserves to be pissed off. They should be pissed off. It's a tragedy. More will come, and we will continue to keep you guys posted. You can check us out on our social media on Instagram, where we post stuff in real time, and all throughout our social media we'll put stuff in real time. I even try and do possibly do a mini pod. Again, when certain things pop up, we will continue to talk about it here. But again, I wanted to bring this up to you all because of just what's going on, just the information that is, or things that's happening right now. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna take another break, y'all. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back with more here on the Arrington Gavin Show. We got a couple more stories we might can have some time to discuss, but yeah, don't go anywhere. We are back after these commercial breaks.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to
And we still in traffic.
I don't look familiar, do I? Not in this seat.
Hey, what's that you listening to?
Here to host today.
Hey, turn it up. Yeah, this that new Goat Verse app. I got you.
So y'all want to know where the goats are? They're off on the sidelines.
Looking for fresh, relevant content wherever you go?
What was the name of that he said?
Introducing GoatVerse TV.
GoatVerse, that's what it's called.
The free streaming app that brings you the best podcasts, current events, and thought-provoking opinions all in one place. Download it now from the Apple Store or Play Store. In Goats, we trust.
Let me tell you something that most people get wrong about suits. A suit isn't just about you wearing it. It's how you show the world who you are. It's your handshake before you say a word, your presence when you step into any room. That's why we design statements at Dapper Luke. We don't just make suits. We'll start with the fabrics that tell your story, luxurious wools, silk, linen, and blends sourced from the finest mills in Italy, the UK, and India. Then we'll combine that with your vision, your personality, and your style. Every detail is tailored to you, from the fit to the finish. Whether for your wedding, a gala, the boardroom, we specialize in creating custom suits that are unique, just like the men who wear them. We spent years perfecting this craft, apprenticing under designers in New York and showcasing collections in New York and for Baltimore Fashion Week. None of that matters as much as seeing the look on your face when you try on your custom suit. Over 900 clients have already trusted us to deliver the best custom suits. They trust me to deliver the confidence. We proudly serve Virginia Beach and Baltimore and would be honored to bring your vision to life next. Let's create something unforgettable. Book your free consultation today at www.dapperluke.com.
All right, my friends, welcome back to the show. Welcome back. Wow, it's hard. It's really hard. I'm trying to see what I will share with you all. Well, let's go ahead and kind of lighten the load for our last couple of stories here. Let me take you to some sports here. So I don't know if y'all have heard, but Jim Harbaugh, who is the well, not Jim. I keep on getting their brothers. There's two. There's Jim and then there's John. John Harbaugh was the longtime Ravens head coach, who was recently just let go after serving as a head coach for a total of 18 seasons. Y'all heard correctly. I said 18 seasons. Jim Harbaugh was a Super Bowl champ. He won a Super Bowl with them. Excuse me, at the time where they their quarterback was who was it? Joe Flacco. And that was actually, I think, Ray Lewis's last year playing with the squad. Won a Super Bowl with them. Took them to, I believe, 12 playoffs. This is not the article that I wanted to read for you guys. Killing me. He was, and I'm honestly I'm trying to remember some of his stats. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, went to the playoffs 12 times, won Super Bowl. I think his total record was 180 wins to like his 113 losses. Oh, I'm sorry. I was told I was a little off. He went 193 wins and 124 losses, including the postseason. He led them to a Super Bowl in 2012. This season was only the sixth time Baltimore missed the postseason under his watch. The same number of times the Ravens won the AFC North with him at the realm. Let's see here. John was 9-4 in the playoffs. For the rest of his tenure, he was just 4-7. So again, not awful, but obviously management said, okay, he's been here 18 years. We've been pretty consistent. We haven't returned to the Super Bowl. Again, the last time they won a Super Bowl was 2012. We're 2026 right now. Management, they keep eyes on that. It's never going to be just cute to always make the playoffs. And there was and you would think really when they had signed Derrick Henry, one of my favorite running backs. He's in my top 5. 6'2", 6'3" ish, 240 and some change. Pure T muscle athlete. You should have been at least close to a Super Bowl, especially when you got Lamar Jackson as a quarterback. You had great receivers, you had weapons, and still didn't capitalize. So again, the consistency level was not good. And see, Baltimore is like, hey, look, we have a standard here. We have a standard. We've won Super Bowls not once but twice, and we have got to get back to that level of winning. And they had recently lost to the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's led by their grandpa of a quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and you have Mike Tomlin, who is from the Hampton Roads area, by the way. He's been the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers for about 19 seasons. And so should he be worried? I think so, because I think now is the time. It's like, okay, we can't continue to keep Harbaugh we can't continue to keep the same old strategy here. So it says here, just 45 minutes after Harbaugh had parted ways with the Ravens, 7 teams had been calling interested in Harbaugh as possibly their next head coach. New York Giants, New York Giants, Tennessee Titans, the Cleveland Browns, the Arizona Cardinals, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Las Vegas Raiders. I was about to say the Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. I'll be honest. If I was John Harbaugh, I get it. The money's good. And if you love to coach, then you love to coach. Now, one thing you got to put put in the mix is he's born and raised in Ohio. He's from Toledo, Ohio. So, growing up being an Ohio kid, most you are fans of the Cleveland Browns. So, could Cleveland be his team of choice? You got Shedeur Sanders out there. You still got Deshaun Watson there. You can build in Cleveland. Let me see. Kyler Murray with Arizona. Arizona, good weather. It's warm. But again, he's used to Cleveland weather too. So Cleveland is familiar because I was about to say Ohio gets cold. Atlanta, does John Harbaugh seems like an ATL kind of guy? He lived in Baltimore. Why not? The ATL. Not two different cities, by the way. Two different cities. I get it. But I'm just kind of, Atlanta, keep it for the brothers. I think you gave Morris a chance, but Morris, poor guy, he couldn't catch a break over there. Las Vegas, I can see Las Vegas. New York, absolutely not. New York is literally the city when it comes to sports is where you want your career to end. So I don't think that'll work out. Tennessee, possibly, but if I was Harbaugh, he's 63 years old. 63 years old, I will accept whatever payout that was remaining in my contract. I won a Super Bowl. My coaching overall, my regular season, okay, that's where I got the 180. His regular season was 180 and losses was 113. His postseason was added to the overall almost 200 wins. And look, those are great numbers. Those are great numbers. I would say this: go to commentating, enjoy your family, enjoy your money, and enjoy life from there. I that's just me. That's just me. It ain't gonna keep getting easy for you, and I wouldn't want to affect my record as a coach because to me, Bill Belichick is doing the opposite of what I would have done, especially at the age he's at. I ain't going back to coaching. I'm a be a sports analyst, or I'm just gonna enjoy retirement. But again, he got a little young thing on his shoulder, so he trying to show off her. Got to keep working to make some money for her. Okay. And and then another theory too is, he has his son part of the coaching staff. Maybe he's doing this to set a pave a way for his son to maybe coach UNC. I don't know. That's just another theory. But yeah, end of an era for John Harbaugh. Again, 18 years, 18 seasons as the Ravens coach. He was let go. He was a former coach of the year as well. So the big question is, where is he going to land? Would he land to another coach, or would he take my advice and just enjoy his retirement, enjoy his money, and just go into analyst? That's what I would do, in my opinion. Real quick. I'm looking at my time here. Real quick, I want to share this clip with you. So remember a while back I talked about Pastor Jamal Bryan of New Birth church out in the Georgia, Atlanta area. He had responded to critics, those that were criticizing the outfit of choice that his wife had wore at a gala New Year's Eve party that they were at, and they were saying, "Oh, it's very inappropriate for a first lady." So what does Pastor Jamal Bryan do? He responds to them and basically says, "Hey, look, I picked out the dress. She's my wife. She ain't yours. Mind your business." Well, you got one individual. This gentleman, his name is Pastor or Bishop. What is his name? Bishop Patrick Wooten. out of Raleigh, North Carolina. He is the pastor of the Upper Room Church of God in Christ, and he is known for being a controversial pastor because he's very I think he's quite conservative. He's a puppet for the right, and he likes to be more of a viral person than actually be a leader with the pulpit. He all he wants to do is just be viral, this, viral, that. He said, I think at one point he said Kamala Harris is not black, and just interesting stuff. And fun fact, I had the opportunity to meet him long time ago. Well, really didn't meet him, but yeah, he officiated a funeral that I had attended in North Carolina for a family friend, and did the service very good. Seemed like a very nice guy until I did more research on this guy, and I looked at some of his videos. I'm like, wait, what? Who is it? What? So let me play you this clip what Bishop Patrick Wooten had to say about the whole incident.
A preacher presented his wife the other day, and I guess you call that a flesh-colored dress. I don't know. It's black dress and flesh color. It gives the illusion that she's not wearing anything underneath. And I heard the preacher, when he defended her dress, by saying, first of all, he bought the dress. And then he said, I want to address people who don't know anything, who haven't been anywhere, who don't know nothing. So I guess our objection to a man of the cloth presenting his wife in public looking like a $2 whore. A preacher presented his wife.
So right then and there, you have a pastor that, again, rather than preach the word, he decides to talk about another preacher's wife on the pulpit. Very tacky, inappropriate. Again, he's doing this for clickbait, and I guess, hey, it's working because we're talking about it. But I want to talk about to just say, Bishop, you're a fool. You're looking like a pure T fool. And at the age you are, at as many years as you've been doing this, I mean, shame on you to use your podium as a opportunity to respond and call another man's wife a $2 whore. Again, it's none of your business. You have no right to do so. Yes, a lot of people considered Jamal Bryant controversial and a little tacky to respond on the pulpit rather than respond to this in another place and matter, not during a Sunday service. But it was tacky. It was tacky. And again, you have guys like just want to have clickbait. When you don't have numbers, and they do that out of jealousy. Haters gonna hate. He's been sipping on the haterade for so long because he doesn't have numbers like Jamal Bryant. He doesn't have the notoriety like Jamal Bryant. Jamal Bryant is a civil rights activist in addition to being a pastor. He has one of the largest churches in the Atlanta area. Okay, and so yes, he defended his wife as he should. But for another bishop to use his pulpit to say your wife looks like a $2 whore, interesting. But he was staying really hard though, because he described the outfit very vividly. So first lady of you might need to watch out and see what you keep eyes on your husband and what he looking at. Y'all, that is my time. But look, we got more to discuss that we didn't get the chance to, but we'll share it on the next episode. So be sure to tune into the Arrington Gavin Show weeknight, available on all digital and streaming platforms. Be sure to stay informed, stay safe out there. I'll talk to you soon. Peace and blessings.
That's it for tonight on the Arrington Gavin Show. Thanks for tapping in and keeping the conversation alive. Don't forget, stay connected with us on all platforms. Follow at Arrington Gavin on Instagram, Blue Sky, and X, and subscribe to the official Substack for exclusive takes and deep dives you won't get anywhere else. We're here every weeknight, same time, same energy, same real talk. Until next time, stay bold, stay sharp, and stay true. That's what we do on the Arrington Gavin Show. Peace.